literally can't make this shit up. Yes, I'm in my poncho and I'm in a blanket. Don't judge me. I don't care. I'm comfy and I'm warm because it's cold outside. This is how I keep my little legs that I don't walk and use warm. Okay? Okay. Anyway, that's not what this story is about. So, story freaking time. I just got back to my house, right? We have these buses. You guys know, like the metro, like basically like city buses. We have accessible ones for people with disabilities, and they're called Paratransit or the PAL. So, literally, I'm having a great day. I literally say before I get on the bus, I'm looking outside. I'm like, wow, it's nice outside. The sun is shining. It's not even that cold. Honestly, I probably was a little dramatic wearing all this, but it's okay, right? I was like, it's gonna be a good day. I'm happy. Cool. Fine and dandy. So, I get on this freaking bus, and the first thing that happens, he starts driving, and you know that people are driving fast when your body goes like this. So I'm literally like holding on to my damn chair like this. So I'm like pushing myself back so I make sure I don't move around, right? Trying to protect myself. Yeah, I got my seatbelt on, whatever, right? And they do offer to put seatbelts on the buses, but they never make them tight. They're always on my knees, first of all. So like it never does anything. And plus sometimes people get a little too touchy and I don't really like that. So I literally am just like, no, I don't need the seatbelt. I have my own. Usually I'm okay because I usually also have my chest strap, but that's also broken right now. So we're driving, I'm not even kidding. It wasn't even 2 or 3 minutes before we left my house. And he turns the corner to turn off my street onto a different street, and he's going so fast that he, like, as he turned, I'm like, whoa, with gravity, and then he hits a curb at the same time. And you guys know that if you are fucking going fast and you hit something, you're like, whoa, right? Then that's exactly what happened. First I'm like, whoa, and I go to the left, right? And then I go, whoa, and I go to the right. And then as I go to the right, my body like flies over my chair. My arms like dangling off the side here. Literally my head falls off my headrest. And I'm not even joking you. I'm literally halfway out of my chair, sideways, just dangling up. Like I'm, what? Bitch, come on. Like, bruh, to top it off, his seat is just like a complete, just like black wall. Like, I don't know what the hell it is. So he can't even see behind him. And the mirror that's on the bus, be able to see it in the back of the bus for the people, half of it is cut off by that wall, and half of it is pointing towards the ground. So he can't even see shit. So mind you, again, I'm falling over sideways, and I called him at least 2 or 3 times. And the way that I was positioned, like, my neck was straining to hold my head up, so I couldn't really yell at the same time. It felt like my vocal cords were restricted. It was so frustrating. And I was low-key kind of scared, and I was like, bro, what is happening? And he's still driving, and I'm still dangling, and I'm just like, ah. So basically, like I said, I was trying to yell. I called, I think maybe like 2 or 3 times. I was like, excuse me, hey. And then finally he looks in his little mirror and he's like, oh, and I'm like, I fell. So then he's like, oh, like he finally pulls over. And this is all happening. It wasn't even like a whole 5 minutes that this whole situation happened. Like I literally left out my house, got on the bus, and not even like that whole 5 minutes of everything happened. And I'm just like, bro, what the fuck? So he pulls the bus over. He has to get out on his side, go around up the stairs towards the back. He just kind of looks at me for a second. He's like, what do I do? And I'm like, sit me up, please. So he like sits me up, and then he like sits me all the way forward like this. And I'm just like, what are you doing? And then he's still holding on to me. And I'm just like, let me go. And like I'm laughing right now, but like I'm only laughing because like now the situation isn't so fresh. It's been at least like maybe like 20-30 minutes since it happened. I had to calm down a little bit. I actually called the bus and I reported it because that shit is not flying. Like if it was anybody else, like they could have had less strength than me. They could have not been able to speak. Like who knows what could have happened. And every time shit happens to me, that's the first thing I think of. What if it was somebody else that was worse off than I am? Don't ever keep your mouth shut if people are not doing their job correctly, especially when it has to do with keeping people safe. What? Like reckless driving on a paratransit for people with disabilities bus? Like you're on a reckless drive? Like come on, bro, get it together. Like your job is to keep us safe and get us from point A to point B, not fucking act like you're in fucking NASCAR race. Like chill out. So after he sits me up, he's literally gonna say, what happened? What do you mean what happened? You freaking threw me out the freaking chair. What you mean? So I literally say to him, I was like, you were driving crazy and I flew out of my chair. And he literally is gonna say, no, I didn't. I wasn't driving crazy. I didn't hit a curb. What? So I said back to him, I was like, how are you gonna tell me that? I was like, you're not gonna sit here and tell me what just happened when you clearly see what just happened. Like, and then I'm just kind of like going back and forth with him, like really kind of shook that he's really trying to sit here and tell me nothing happened. Like I just threw myself out my chair for no freaking reason. Like, yeah, that's what I did. And then he's gonna say, what can I do for you now? And I literally just look at him and I'm just like, take it easy. I was like, it's not a race. I told him, you're driving people around with disabilities. You need to be more aware. I wasn't nasty to him, but I definitely was like firm on like, that's fucked up. Don't do that shit and be more aware next time. Like if I found out this shit's happening again and I found out somebody else is getting thrown, bitch, you getting thrown. So it's okay, I'm safe now. Yes, I did end up reporting the guy. Like I said, I got home, I reported them, and the lady said that they're gonna look at the cameras, they're gonna review it. Probably gonna take like a couple of weeks, which is kind of ridiculous, honestly. But they're gonna send me a written form, they're gonna call me, let me know what's going on. and that's how you do them. Don't ever sit quiet, and don't ever let nobody push you around or throw you around and then sit and tell you in your face that that didn't happen. Bitch, what? And like low-key, it's very frustrating to me because that happens more often than not. Every time I take this bus, something crazy happens where the drivers just don't care. They're driving crazy. Like, why do I have to tell people to slow down and take it easy? Like, it's common sense. You're working with people with disabilities. You know that we are different. Goddamn. People just need to be more aware, and they just need to care a little bit more about people with disabilities. Like, especially if you have a job where you're supposed to be the one, like I said, protecting, caring for us, getting us to point A to point B, whatever it has to be. If your job is to care for somebody and make sure that they're safe, do it. I'm just like so tired of constantly dealing with this shit. Like, fight never ends, y'all. Never ends. Always gotta stick up for yourself, defend your community, you know? It's just not fair that we have to continue to just deal with this shit all because people just don't take a second to keep us in mind. Like, that's crazy that I really, like, I could have like smashed my head because like if my body would have went to the left towards the window, my head would have smashed. That's crazy, you know? Just being more aware, y'all. It's simple. So yeah, that's my story time. Always something crazy going on. Thanks for listening, and I hope you guys have a better morning than I did.